and you hope for the best, but you plan for the worst. So you got your food, you got your water, you got your batteries, you're just ready. And I feel good. I'm going to get everything up off the ground. I'm going to cover everything up best I can here in the studio and hope it doesn't flood as bad as it could. And maybe we'll all be surprised here, at least in the Bay Area here, that we didn't get hit as bad. And that's my hope. That's the prayer, I'm sure, for many people throughout the state of Florida. Some people are going to be lucky. Some people are not going to be so lucky. But you don't want to take any chances because it could be anybody's guess as far as the severity goes. One thing we do know right here, at least sitting here in Florida, is that we're going to be hit by something, and we're going to get a lot of wind and a lot of rain. And a lot of rain is not a great idea in low-lying areas. And Tampa Bay's got a lot of those areas. The Carolinas does. Georgia does. So I'll be watching. It's kind of interesting because there are people that are just hunkering down in their homes, in their trailers, in their mobile homes, and not a place that I would want to be for sure. But some people just don't have the money or the means to get out, or for whatever reason, they just don't want to part with the stuff that they have. Here's one gentleman.
Come up out of the house. Stop being bashful. Stop feeling like this storm is not going to do too much or it's going to turn. Just get up, pack your stuff, and get up out of the house to safe ground.
All right. I mean, listen to this guy. I mean, he just said everything. Don't be bashful. Just get your stuff and get out. What's your stuff? You can't get everything. Just do what I'm going to do. Take the stuff off the ground as much as possible. I mean, there's stuff that you're going to have to walk. Look, your life is worth more than all that stuff. When it's all said and done, it really is. I mean, it's just stuff. Life you can't replace, stuff you can. And, the fact of the matter is, all that is much bigger than us. The storm surge, people underestimate it about what it can do when you have, storm surge 8 feet, 6 feet, or bigger. I mean, it can overtake your human being, and it overtakes your car, people, property, everything quickly. And when you got something as ferocious, 100-mile-per-hour winds plus, you got gusts that are over 200 miles an hour, you're going to have something happen. There's just no doubt about it. And, for me, what set things into perspective was no matter what happens, we're going to get hit by something. And the hurricane is bigger than the state of Florida. It's going to. And the Gulf waters are hot. And so the idea is this thing could still accelerate, quite possibly, nobody knows for sure, but could be a Cat 5 when it hits land. That's still a possibility. Nobody really knows. It could. A lot of coulds. And but I commend so many people for getting out of the Keys. That's the right thing to do, especially in that area. Miami, right on Miami Beach, or the low-lying areas, is so much water there. And it's funny because just a week ago, I left Miami. I have a client that I'm working with there, and it's kind of interesting that I was just there in South Beach driving through that area. But, man, that area is definitely very prone to it. And one of the interesting things is, and they have some beautiful condo buildings there, beautiful resort areas, just gorgeous stuff. Where spare no expense kind of thing. But folks that never experienced a hurricane, from all over the world, they think in those huge, big mammoth buildings that up on their 20th, 30th floor that they're safe. And the thing is, the wind gusts are even more. So if it's 100, 125 down below, you could be looking at 200 plus miles an hour there. That's not a good thing for a building. These buildings haven't withstood that. They haven't gone through that. And so there could be some significant damage if it hits just right. But again, a lot of uncertainties to exactly who's going to get the brunt of what. But we're all watching it, and you see that swirling. There's the hurricane and all perspectives and all thoughts, and sometimes just turning it off. But the issue is if you're in these immediate areas, or if you're thinking you're going into an area that you're not going to be affected by the hurricane, people have gone into the Carolinas, people have gone into Georgia, and they actually might be going into areas that Irma is going to be going into. That reminds me when people actually were trying to get out of the Tampa Bay area because of Charlie, and actually drove into the storm itself when they were going into Orlando. So, it just seems that could be the case. Finally, good news with the airlines, and I liked how at least American and JetBlue, and we mentioned it yesterday, that they cap prices. A lot of people have taken advantage of the cap prices from $99 and free pets. They can fly free on those two airlines. Might be more now that, and you can still probably find a flight to get out if you want to do that. I actually had a friend call me, a mentor of mine in Southern Illinois. He said, you can fly your family and we'll get you in Chicago and then you can hang out in Southern Illinois. And I thought that was very nice. I'm like, well, we appreciate that. And if we need to, we will take advantage of that. It's just nice to have people in your life that just care about you, good friends. And Alan, one of my best friends, he's an evangelist for the United Methodist Church. Means the world to me. He just gave me a call and said, I was thinking about you and praying about you. Just wanted to make sure that you guys are okay. And he wanted to know what my plan was and all that. And he's kind of like a benevolent father to me, and really, really just neat guy. But anyway, I feel the love. It's a beautiful thing. So try to de-stress a little bit. We got to talk about some other issues to kind of take your mind off things. And hopefully, if you're riding out the hurricane or maybe some tropical depression or whatever it might eventually be in your area, have some good movies out. That's a must if you're going to be able to do this thing. And here's a suggestion, too. Have yourself a weather radio because power is going to go out. Millions are predicted to have no electricity, and it could be for days, could be weeks, could be months in your area. Have a weather radio so you at least know what's happening. Some of them have AM/FM radios. Some stations will go off the air. A lot of FMs, a lot of AM stations will be off the air because their generators went off and maybe they don't have enough electricity, or their tower gets problems. They have problems with their ground system. So, sometime with their SDL from the transmitter to the tower, technical issues happen. So make sure bare minimum you get one of those. If you don't have one, pick one up, and you can get those at most pharmacies. And just kind of look around, and Walmart, I think, sells them as well. But that's a smart thing. You should always have one of those available. Make sure you have batteries. And if you didn't pick up on yesterday's show on how to charge your cell phone, this is all over the internet. I actually had to learn something on how to actually do it properly, and I have a little tip for you to make this a little easier for you when you're trying to charge your battery with a 9-volt, your cell phone with a 9-volt battery. There you go. How to do it, and you're not having to do it with a key. And it's a very easy way to do it. But it does work, and it doesn't matter what kind of phone you have either. You just have to have certain things. I'll tell you about it when we come back. This is For the People. Our website's forthepeopleshow.com. Keith Allen will be back right after this.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. For the people. For the people. People is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. For the People, back on your radio, a good dose of common sense served up daily just for you. Listener supported For the People. To learn more, forthepeopleshow.com is our website. Okay, how in the world do you charge your cell phone? And I just learned this, by the way, because I've been lazy through the years. They have these chargers that you just charge your phone, a little black thing or whatever color that you want. It gives you the power that you need when you need it. And you can carry it in your purse, you can carry it in your pocket, you can carry it in your car. But this is a cruder way of doing it, but it is effective. Okay, and how do you do it? All right, so if you're charging your phone, all right, in your car, you already have a charger, right? You plug the USB into a little cigarette lighter, right? All right, so where is the cigarette lighter? Do I have it here? All right, where is that? So I'm going to do this as we are on the air. And I'm reaching over, and I have the cord, and I'm going to go ahead and plug the USB in to the little cigarette lighter. Now, what I did, instead of doing it with a key or a paper clip, is that I put a little wire on one of the side terminals, okay? On the side of the cigarette lighter. There's a little thing it's a little circular thing that clicks right in the middle for conductivity in your lighter. One of those is going to be put on the terminal, and what I do is I put that on the positive terminal, the bigger one, and I just push it down. But then I put the wire through one of the side terminals, okay, the right one. And then what you want to do is you want to touch it, okay, the other terminal with the wire to the negative, Okay. So the positive, and then